Hey guys, so today I wanted to show you a little tip that I use on some of my trucks. Now if you have a snowplow vehicle or a truck that you need to have all kinds of accessories run to your battery, there's a couple different options for it. As you can see, I have all kinds of lights. I have beacon lights on this truck. I have my snowplow and salt spreader wiring that go to the batteries. I have all this. So I have this mob of wires. So there's a couple ways you can accomplish this, especially if you have a Chevy truck. One of which is, like I've done in the past, is when I have the option to, I'll buy a top post battery. Because if I have a top post battery, then it's easy to hook on adapters and things like that to where you can just run different wires and things to the top post and not have to worry about these crazy side terminals and stuff like that that the Chevys have. However, let's say that you don't have the top post battery and you have a standard side post battery like most Chevy trucks come with. I'm going to show you how you can hook up extra stuff to that basically without adding any sort of accessory. You can see this is your typical Chevy battery cable. So it comes with this side post terminal get up, and you know, look like that from the front and this from the back. The problem is, if you try to squeeze some wires in here or anything like that, if you try to get in between this spot, then it really, this little bolt here is not long enough really to put anything in there and still fasten it to your battery. So yeah, you can buy adapters and different cables and things that let you put something in another location and then bolt the wires to it and whatnot. But you really don't have to do that. So let me show you how you can take care of this instead. So this is a different truck I have here. So I'm installing a battery on this old backup plow truck that I have. And I thought it'd be a good time to show you how I do this so that I don't have a mob of wires when I hook up any plow wiring to the extra terminals. As you can see, I do have a top post battery that I took out of the other truck I'm going to put on there. But I'm not going to use this top post just for the video purpose. What I'm going to do is, you're going to need probably something like a socket. This is a 15/16 standard socket. And I'm going to use some channel locks. And then you're going to need just a regular, this is a 3/8 coarse thread bolt. Just standard size that, you know, a 9/16 socket would fit on. And a nut. So it's nothing complicated. So here's how we're going to take care of it. So I'm going to use a 15/16 socket. If you have a 1-inch socket, that would work good. Just put it on the back side there where the plastic is so that you're not blocking the head of that battery terminal bolt. Then take your vice grips from this side and get a hold of the bolt just like so, and then just squeeze. And as you squeeze, it will push that bolt through the back side. After you've done that, it'll be about halfway out like this, and you can just pull it right out just like that. Okay, so you don't need this part anymore. You can keep it for later, or you can just get rid of it. So now that you have the original lug terminal out of the center there, all you need is to get a standard size 3/8 coarse thread bolt and a nut. Now the more accessories that you want to put on this bolt, you'll just take your terminals, say there's a wire on this terminal, and you just slide them right over here. You can fit 2, 3, however many of them you need to right over here. Either way, positive or ground, they're both the same. And you know, if you need a longer bolt, you can. But you'll want to take this nut, put it on the bolt first, and run it up at least about a 1/2 inch. So that it's on there. Now when you put this in to the battery itself, you just want to hand tighten this. Don't go crazy with your tightness on this. You can just tuck it right through there like that. Then you'll put your wires on like so. Of course, I don't have a wire to put on this one just yet, so I'm just going to do this for illustration purposes. But then you can just thread it into your terminal like this. So after you get the first bolt finger tightened, then just go ahead and snug it up just a little bit with the wrench. Now you'll find that this is still loose. And the reason that's still loose is because I haven't tightened that second nut that I put on yet. So that's what the nut is for, is to tighten all your fittings and everything down. Try to get it in a spot that you can actually see it. There we go. Once you tighten the inside nut, then you're good to go, and everything will be snug, and what you'll end up with is something like I have right over here. So you can see here, I actually on this one, I cut out a little spot on the rubber so that I could get my larger diameter power cable. That's my main power cable for the snowplow. But you can see I trimmed out a little spot of the plastic there so it would fit. And then you can see the nut that holds everything together. Right down here. You can see that nut that tightens to hold everything. And this is the main bolt that goes in. Now you can see on this one I used a longer bolt because I've got a bigger terminal here to run my snowplow. So that's how you can hook everything up if you need to on a Chevy truck. And if you don't have any other special adapters, or especially if you don't have a top post battery terminal. So hopefully that tip helps you. I know there for a while I used to struggle with this when I had all these wires to hook up on plow trucks with lights and grounds and salt spreader stuff, and that's the easiest way to do it. So you just hook it up just like this with a 3/8 bolt and press that other little guy out, and you're good to go. Hope this helps. Hey, keep watching, and please subscribe to my channels. I like to show a lot of little tips and show you how to sort out difficult issues when you're working on stuff, or just little tips or things to save you some money. So subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.